safe at home? Today let's go to the second part of The King and the Tree Goddess, Standard 5, English. Activity 4, Part 2. After much searching, the king's men found a splendid deodar tree growing not far from the city. It was worshipped by the people of many villages round about, because within it lived a goddess, and it was she who gave to the tree its great strength, size, and beauty. When the Prime Minister and his men decided that the column for King's Palace must be made from this lofty deodar tree, they came with garlands, lamps, and music to pay their respect to the goddess inside, and to warn her that she must leave her abode. Within 7 days, it had to be cut to the ground. They lit their lamps and placed them in a circle round the tree. They hung their garlands upon the branches. Then, joining hands, some danced and others sung. With cruel acts we have come to fill your age-long home. Forgive us, great tree goddess, we dance before your throne. To please the king must we cut down your loveliest tree. The tree goddess heard and understood what was about to happen. She remained quiet as a resting breeze for a few moments, and then all her leaves began to whisper and her topmost branches bowed. The men went away satisfied that she had heard and understood. That night, when the king was asleep, a glorious figure appeared to him and spoke in a voice that was like the rustle of autumn leaves. I am the king. I am the goddess of the deodar tree, great king. Your men have told me that you intend to cut me down. I have come to beg you to change your mind. No, my mind is made up, answered the king in his dream. Yours is the only tree in all my parks strong enough to support by itself a palace, and therefore I must have it. But consider, O king, for hundreds of years I have been worshipped by the people of all the villages in your kingdom, and nothing but good has gone out from me to them. The birds nest in me. I send a most lovely shade upon the grass. Men rest against my trunk, and wild creatures rub themselves against me. The earth blesses me and sends up new plants and herbs under my protective arms. I bind the earth with my strong roots. Children play at my feet, and women running from the fields seek refuge in my coolness. So, now let's go to activity 5. Answer the following questions. Question number 1. How did the people show their respect to the deodar tree? Answer. People show their respect to the deodar tree by worshipping it. Question number 2. Why did the Prime Minister and his men decide to pray to the deodar tree? Answer. The Prime Minister and his men decided that the column for the King's Palace must be made from the lofty deodar tree. So, they decided to show their respect to the goddess inside and warn her to leave her abode. Question number 3. Imagine that you are the goddess of tree. How would you convince the king to change his mind? Answer. If I am goddess of tree, I would convince the king that the deodar tree is useful for many animals and men in many ways, so not to cut the tree. Now, activity 6, continuation of the story, part 3. That's true enough, good tree goddess, said the king. But all the same, I cannot spare you. My mind is made up, my will cannot be shaken. The tree goddess sunk her head upon her breast and spoke in tones of great sorrow. Then, mighty king, grant me one last request. Let me be felled in 3 parts. First my head with its crown of weaving greenery. Next my middle with its 100 strong arms and hands. And last my base, which bears the heaviest and knottiest of my limbs upon. This is a strange request, said the king. I have never before heard of someone who wished to suffer the death stroke thrice. Why not suffer it once and have done with it? The reason is plain, said the tree goddess. Dozens of young deodar trees have sprung from me and have grown up around me. Should you fell me with one mighty stroke, my weight would certainly crush all my children to the death. But if I suffer the stroke 3 times and fall in 3 pieces, some of the young ones may escape. Is my prayer granted? Indeed, it is, said the king, as the tree goddess faded from his vision. The next morning, the king called his children and his ministers and his forest to him, and told them that he had changed his mind and that the column for the new palace be built of stone, not wood. For said he, within the deodar tree lives a spirit nobler than my own. And he told them of his vision, and they all marveled. And the king built his palace upon a great column of stone. Taking the example of the king, no one built their house of wood anymore. The houses were made of stone, and the great deodars were able to spread freely through the forest. And if you go up into the mountains, said grandmother, you can still find those forests all the way up the sacred river Ganga to its source near the eternal snows. Now, activity 7. Answer the following questions. Who said to him, dozens of your young deodar trees have sprung from me and have grown up around me? Answer the tree goddess to the king. Number 2. Within the deodar tree lives a spirit nobler than my own. Answer the king to his children, ministers and foresters. Number 3. The reason is plain. Answer the tree goddess to the king. Now question number 2. Did the king change his mind? How can you say? Yes, the king changed his mind because he built his palace instead deodar tree upon a great column of stone. Now 3. Find out the gods and goddesses related to the trees. List their names in your notebooks and tell the stories related to them to your classmates. Select anyone's story from them and narrate that in their prayer assembly. Now activity 8. Circle the odd one out. A. Snarl, crawl, scream, sleep. So you circle sleep. Run, swim, scamper, sprint. Circle scamper. Smooth, shiny, gleaming, bright. Circle smooth. Swift, steady, fast, quick. Circle, steady. Okay, thank you for enjoying this class. Till we meet in next class. Take care. Bye.